Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the GAMMA.CON wrap of 2016. And with us today is...
It's Mowen.
It's Dan.
It's Vic.
And I'm Rob. Mowen, do you want to cross over and let's talk about some things?
Well, do we want to talk about movies?
Movies.
Quick,
Movies.
Favorite movie of 2016?
Look, actually, I'm going to say Captain America Civil War.
Civil War?
I'm going to say Deadpool.
Deadpool?
I'm going to say Deadpool.
Alright, I'm going to say... probably Captain America as well.
Yeah.
Alright, worst movie of 2016?
I'm going to say Rogue One.
Rogue One?
Yeah.
Controversial straight out of the gate.
But I thought you liked it. I thought we were all... When we went and saw it in the same group, I thought you were kind of into it.
We all tore it apart.
Yeah, but... Still, I got the impression that everyone kind of liked it.
Yeah.
Worst movie of 2016?
Suicide Squad. Biggest
Squad?
disappointment.
I liked Suicide Squad.
Can it be like a three-way tie between Suicide Squad, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Out of the Shadows, and also Batman vs Superman as well?
Oh God, that was out this year. I changed my vote.
I was tempted to say, like, worst movie of the year, Batman vs Superman.
Yes, easily.
Me, hands down. I was close to saying my favorite movie of 2016 was Batman vs Superman, solely because it was a glorious train wreck that only comes around once a generation. The community around it, all the people who make snarky YouTube shows about pop culture or podcasts and stuff, just
It was for them.
it was just there was just so much content of people making fun of that movie that it almost made the actual movie worth existing. Quiz. Australian box office. What was the top grossing movie
Deadpool.
this year?
Deadpool.
Australia. No.
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
No. Finding Dory.
Ooh,
Wow.
really?
Was the highest grossing Australian movie in Australia this year. Deadpool number 2. Rogue One number 3, even though it was only out for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks, yeah.
Worldwide though, top grossing movie worldwide in 2016.
Ooh.
That's harder.
Deadpool?
No.
Rogue One.
No. Civil War.
Yeah,
But
okay,
no,
yeah, I can
But
see that.
Number 2 worldwide was Finding Dory. So Finding Dory, a big...
Has anyone
It's not
seen
even on the list
Finding
either.
Dory?
Yes, I have, yeah.
No.
Oh, great! You
Yes.
can talk about it then.
Yeah. So I got a list of notable movies in 2016. So let's just rewind and think about all the great movies we lost in the last 12 months. So obviously, Captain America: Civil War, Doctor Strange,
Yes.
Batman vs Superman, obviously, Suicide Squad, Deadpool. I think those are pretty much all the comic book movies we got this year. Finding Dory, Zootopia.
Yeah.
Was,
That was good.
That's a great film.
Kung Fu Panda 3. This,
Oh, jeez.
There was an Angry Birds movie this year.
Yes,
Oh,
there was.
there was.
It was.
Sausage Party.
Still haven't seen it.
So did anyone else see this
I
one?
have not seen it, do
No.
not intend to see
No,
it.
don't. Kubo and the Two Strings.
I haven't watched it, but I've seen reviews on it, and it just looks amazing.
Those were sort of the 3D kids movies type things. Rogue One, obviously.
I think that's you saying that Sausage Pie is a kid's movie.
I mean, it's pretty animated, I completely forgot.
Because
Many were surprised.
yeah.
The trailer seemed to just be a joke trailer someone made. And then the movie came out and everyone was like, oh, it's actually not that bad.
Yeah.
And I watched it thinking, whoa, maybe it's one of those like surprise hits that's, more than what the trailer sort of makes it seem, which was like a one-note joke about sausages fucking things. It was a parody of religion and kind of a parody on sexuality a little bit. So I do...
That actually sounds vaguely interesting then.
I don't know.
No.
Is Seth Green's? It's Seth Green.
Seth
Rogen.
It's one of those
Seth
ones where,
Rogen.
like, probably
His idea.
if you're just, a 40-year-old mother that's never ventured outside their comfort zone, you would probably think that this is a shocking,
Yeah.
it
sounds
pushes the
like Seth Rogen.
boundaries.
Yeah.
But if you've spent any time talking to anyone or been on the internet for any length of time, the religion parody, what happens if you suddenly find yourself not religious in a religious world? And it goes on a bit about the best way to try and talk to people about changing their beliefs. You can't just come and start screaming at them that they're wrong. And then there's a bit at the end where the food has an orgy. So if you've been on the internet for 5 minutes, you've seen worse, and it's not shocking and
Yet
it's
again,
not eye-opening at all.
Spoilers.
There's a taco that has sex with a bun.
So
How does
it's
that even
not.
work?
Yeah, there's a bagel that's Jewish and pita bread that's like Arabic.
Oh.
And they
Yeah.
hate each other. Oh no, Palestinian maybe. And they hate each other, but at the end they start fucking as well. So yeah, that was my very quick review of something. Did anyone see Fantastic Beasts?
Yes.
You did?
I did. I thoroughly enjoyed
Are you a
it.
Potter fan though?
I am.
I have a feeling it was the lowest earning Potter movie of them all.
Look, I came out of the cinema thinking, wow, that was really good. It was like Harry Potter and the Spectrum of Autism, essentially, because it was
Harry Potter and the Spectrum of Autism.
yeah. Because like that's like the best way I can describe it. It's like, yeah, it was for me as a Harry Potter fan. I was like, it kind of gives me everything that I wanted. Is wands and things like that, and wizards and strange creatures and everything as well. But yeah, it was just who's the main guy? The Eddie
Redmayne.
Yeah.
Newt or something.
Yeah.
Newty.
Yeah, Newt.
Scamander.
Yeah. So like the way that he portrayed that character, I'm pretty sure he had a lot of autism training in there as well somewhere.
Autism training.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a special class at Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it kind of got panned by critics. I know like it didn't make as much money as all the Potters, like even the first one made a lot, and then they sort of got progressively more as Pottermania took over. But
I think
though this one sort of like fizzled. It made a bit of money, but I think it fizzled out.
It did, but they are making about another 4 or 5 of them.
I think it was 5.
Yeah.
I think.
So so that one it touched on something now, so it's going to grow essentially.
It's the speculation that it's going to follow spoilers. What is her name? Ariana Dumbledore's story. The speculation is going to follow that, like with the Obscurus.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I know.
Yeah. You kind of know.
Yeah.
If you're a Harry Potter fan, you kind of know that whole world anyway, so it's good.
Oh no, X-Men Apocalypse. I don't think I mentioned that in superhero movies. That was a fucking waste of time.
What?
It was.
What?
That's a great film.
No, it wasn't. It was
That was so much fun.
fun.
Yet again, I watched it on a plane, and I found
Planes are the best place to watch
and I
movies.
just went because
The X-Men films have like 3 beats they go for. One is Magneto's gonna do something evil, and he has a conflict because of his friendship with Xavier.
Yeah.
Jean Grey has power supreme that's gonna awaken and destroy things at any moment, and it's a very vague allegory from any sort of oppression, except instead of being slightly different, you have the ability to kill everyone who comes in contact with you, which really, when you think about it, it's not really on the same playing field. But they just repeat those 3 beats movie after movie.
I'm sorry,
after
you
movie
missed
after
out.
movie.
You missed that one where Wolverine saves the day.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So,
And that beat,
Wolverine
Wolverine
didn't
is
save the
there
day.
for no
They
broke
good
you down.
reason.
yeah.
So I always thought the first X-Men movie was pretty bad, but everyone seems to say it's a modern day classic. Second one I thought was better. Third one was awful. First Class I liked.
Yeah.
Days of Future Past.
Days of Future
Yeah,
Past.
that was
and
actually
then
pretty
this
good,
one.
yeah.
And I just thought this was just a letdown because it was like they had this new stuff going, and then they went, "Cool, X-Men's popular again. Let's make another movie. Let's just do the same beats again." It was,
Okay.
but that was just me.
Yeah.
But they're appropriately spaced apart. Like it's a whole 3 years until the next one. And it's like, yes, I want this again. It's like they've just coated it with a fresher, different decade of paint.
Warcraft. Did anyone see the Warcraft movie? Is anyone
Yes.
actually a fan of Warcraft?
Like playing it or just like
Just in general.
In
The
general.
Warcraft universe.
Okay, so I saw it, and halfway through I was like, "This is terrible." I'm sorry, Duncan Jones, if you're out there watching. You made a terrible
is.
movie.
I
Yeah.
know,
Okay.
he
Yeah.
subscribes.
They all make terrible movies. They make that indie hit.
Yeah.
And then they go off and make something incredibly expensive and boring.
Yes.
Yes.
Essentially, that's what it was. It was. I could see the beats that he was trying to go for as well, especially set in the World of Warcraft kind of universe, or the Warcraft universe. Essentially, it kind of follows the story from the first set of games, not the World of Warcraft, as well. And it was just disappointing. And the visual effects they were good, and like the orc makeup was amazing. But apart from that, that was just.
Did they try out? I can't remember what her name is. She played Garona. She was basically just a sexy woman, and they just stuck some like vampire teeth in her mouth. And went, sure, she's a monster woman. Sure,
She's green. Yeah, there you go. That's
you go.
fine. Yeah, she's green. And then she's half orc, half human.
Sure.
Oh, she's got inner conflict. Oh, what's she ever going to?
She's a model, and they put little scraps of clothes on her.
Yeah,
just so
exactly,
they could
yeah.
put her on the poster and
Yeah.
sell the movie. It was.
Shall we all
big-
talk
a big-
about Ghostbusters?
Let's all
and
talk
what our
about
various
Ghostbusters.
things?
Yes.
It was for better or worse, one of the biggest movies of the year.
Look, I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it.
I really did. I thought the casting was very good, especially with that first scene when they go to that old haunted house, and then there's like all that, and then she spews all that ooze over Kirsten Wiig and stuff like that. I thought that was amazing. Great visual effects as well. I really did enjoy it.
It was good fun.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Bill Murray less wanting to be somewhere than he was in that movie.
Do you think he was contractually obliged to be like, look,
I heard he wanted to be
kill me?
I don't know. I've heard different rumors, but like he looks like he wants to be anywhere else in the world.
My thought on the movie
was
I walked out of there going, meh. But for me, there was too much improv humor. There was a lot, like the bit with Kevin is like, oh, your logos are so cerebral. I'm like, this is the kind of stuff you do for the warm up.
Yeah.
When you're with your friends before you do the movie. But when I broke it down and thought about it, I was like, well, the characters are they're not just cardboard replications of the character. They're actually more interesting. Leslie Jones's character had more to do.
One of the things I liked about the movie was that it did stray from the original enough that it wasn't just the same setup but with women.
Like copy paste.
Why they started a business was different. Where the characterization and how they got there was different. The motivations for going through and doing stuff was different, which was good because I could see him just being the same plot, the exact same thing except new cast.
It had an arc which the original Ghostbusters doesn't at all, which still works great. There's no character arc to it. They start up, they're already ready to go into business.
Yeah, and then it's kind of like, oh look,
they're the same people.
Yeah, yeah.
But the arc I'm talking about in the new one starts off with the friendship and how they kind of become friends again.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like it's not a criticism. It doesn't have an arc. It's just weird that it doesn't have an arc. So usually they do. I thought the cameos landed with a thud.
Yeah.
They did.
Apart from Dan Aykroyd's one with.
No.
Really, I really like that.
Everything stops and it's Dan Aykroyd.
The fact Bill Murray was actually a character of some sort was okay. Except apart from the fact that he just looks like he's ready to, he was praying for the sweet embrace of death almost. But he was at least a character in the movie that did something. The rest were just like, hey, it's me. I was in the original Ghostbusters. Do you remember me?
Say that line. Okay, back to the movie.
They've paid me lots of money to do this.
They were very heavy-handed. There were 2 cameos that I didn't even recognise, but I knew that they were cameos simply by the way that they were shot and the way that they were treated on screen. I could tell already. Just Bill Murray, of course, I recognised, but the other 2, I still don't know to this day who they were. But I couldn't name them. But
everything stops. I must.
But I just know. Yeah, I'm meant to know this person. Yeah.
The original Ghostbusters was very dry. This seemed to be going for more of a slapstick kind of. Like, everyone wanted to be
a bit more slapstick.
Some of the charm of the original was like how not funny the characters were, but in a funny way. Like just how Egon was completely oblivious that anything else was going around except for, he's looking at his science and that's all that mattered. And he never said anything actually funny, but it sort of came off as funny. But in Answer the Call, it just seemed everybody wanted to be the breakout comedic star.
When you put a cast like that together, who's like Melissa McCarthy,
Kate McKinnon.
Kate McKinnon was the standout.
Fabulous.
Was the standout of that. Sorry, Fabulous. I was trying to think of the name.
And Leslie Jones
as well. All great comedy actresses as well. They've all. Kate McKinnon is still on SNL at the moment as well. So I think that's where a lot of that improv would have come from. Essentially from what you were saying earlier. So, but I
hated Chris Hemsworth in this.
Oh yeah, like okay, he's funny.
When I heard he was being cast as the blonde bimbo secretary, I went, that's an amazing choice.
Yeah,
an amazing concept. But they just made him so dumb that it went from being funny to being just stupid.
For me, he had his moments, but they were just like I said, they were just kind of developing it when they started filming. They were still just ad-libbing. And it's like, no, okay, it's funny. He's funny.
But it would have been charming and funny, but like, I think at one stage he goes to answer a phone that's in an aquarium, and he just keeps trying it. It's like, how do you function in real life? He would have died long ago if this was a real person.
One thing that, like, I didn't like, but then I thought, like, I walked out and I was like, why didn't I like that? And it was just too much ad lib. One thing I didn't like was they went into how everything worked, but then I thought, if I was a kid, that would fucking rock. I want to know all that stuff. Now I'm like, oh, come on, I don't even know.
If you took a 5-year-old, I think now,
they'd be rocking it.
Put in front of the original Ghostbusters and then this Ghostbusters, they were like, this Ghostbusters better.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Well, the weird thing about the first Ghostbusters is it's actually an adult film.
Oh, yeah.
It's all about making a mortgage and the dating scene and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And it just became a hit because, well, there's reasons for it, but it's basically because it's about ghosts and empowerment. And decades later, people love it for that. But it was never supposed to be for kids. Obviously, they don't do a reboot that's popular with kids. Without it's going to be for kids.
It did bomb big time.
Oh, did it?
Like, considering
Really?
everyone was just talking about it, good or bad, or hating on it, or loving it, or whatever, it didn't make its money. Like, and not by a long shot.
I thought it did.
I thought
actually.
it did as
I
well.
thought it did as well.
Worldwide sales?
I will tell you. Hold on.
Yeah.
In case anyone's wondering, when you look at box office, you take, because obviously, you know, the amount to make the movie is only half the picture.
Yeah.
So generally, what you do is you take the reported budget and you double it.
Yeah.
And that takes into account marketing and promotion and all the other
Yeah.
stuff. The reported budget of Ghostbusters Answer the Call was $144 million. So 288 million.
Yeah. Give or take.
Give or take.
Yeah,
was
give or
it?
take. Yeah.
288 million. Worldwide gross just under 230 million.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So.
All right, yeah. So
Considering that apparently Sony, was it Sony?
it was. Sony
They
Pictures.
set up an entire office to be like the people who do the Ghostbusters franchise because they expected this to be the first in a long line of. I have a feeling they've already kind of like shut the doors on that place. So
Well, just in movies general, and I think Sony with Spider-Man is particularly guilty of this, and whoever started doing the reboots of the Terminator, they don't just make a sequel or a reboot. They set up the franchise because everyone wants Marvel.
Yeah.
So those movies got to make $1 billion because it's back in the next two movies.
Yeah.
And that doesn't happen.
Yeah. I think we can all agree, though, that the remix of the Ghostbusters theme
Oh
was
my
a terrible
God.
idea.
God.
oh god,
Who did it?
Fallout Boy.
Oh,
Fallout Boy can fall out a window.
I think I just.
Zing!
I think
Way to go, buddy.
Speaking of terrible movies that should never have been made, Independence Day 2 came out this year.
I liked it.
You liked it?
Independence Day 2.
I didn't watch it.
Bigger, louder, dumber. What were you? This is why I liked Suicide Squad. It's like, well, that looks stupid. Yeah.
Why they waited 20 years to make a movie to Independence Day?
Same reason they did a Ghostbusters
Yeah,
reboot.
but
Yeah.
at least a reboot is-
Notice how it's all set up for that third one.
Yeah, they tried way too hard
Hang on.
to.
La la la.
Oh, spoilers,
Yeah,
buddy.
spoilers.
But yeah, no Will Smith.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
The Jewish granddad that
sorry.
was kind of funny in the first one just gets inserted into scenes.
Yeah.
It's like we got to have that Jewish guy here.
George Granddad.
He'll be
He's
driving a
busy.
bus with kids for just like we just have scenes with him like talking to kids on a bus and that's good enough.
Like, firstly, I just finished watching After Earth, so no Will Smith is not. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I liked that they had taken the effort to actually go, okay, it's exactly 20 years later. What is the world like?
Yeah.
It's like they thought about it.
Oh, yeah.
The alternate timeline from '96,
And it was
where,
kind of a cool world.
Yeah.
It's like billions died, but 20 years later, we were on the moon.
Yeah.
The setting was good.
they kind of retconned the first one a little bit because apparently they were after our liquid hot magma. Apparently that was
Oh, yeah, that's right.
that's why the aliens were here in the
Magma.
first place. They were
Right.
here to steal our magma.
It was, they were going to harvest the world, and now it's like, oh,
And now they're just after
eventually
our
they're going to take
resources.
my
Now they literally wanted to drill in and steal our lava flows from the crust of the earth. Like, what the fuck? Like,
That's-
literally any planet out there has a liquid hot center. You could have just...
I got the feeling, and I just made it up in my head, I guess. It was like they send the ships, they do the harvest, and then they're like, okay, the whole place is dead, let's take the Magna and go. And this time it was like, don't you mess with us, buddy. We're taking you Magna. Straight to it.
And there wasn't really a bad guy in the first one. Like, it was the bad guy was just the aliens.
Yeah.
And this one, they
yeah.
had this fucking giant queen. They're just like... And there was too much reliance. It's like, what are we going to do? Well, we have alien technology that just does what we need to now, so we'll just use that to... It's like, oh, we're going to explode a nuke, but
that's right.
we'll wrap it in a force field.
There was
there's
no virus
consequence.
via a 3.5-inch floppy that
Yeah.
was totally compatible.
Yeah.
But
So I was at a con, and they actually were selling off the old toys.
Yeah.
And it's like the figuring comes with 3.05-inch plastic floppy.
Wow.
And the kids are like, wow, what's that?
Yeah.
Sorry, what are you saying?
I don't think I was saying anything interesting.